scheduled maintenance with Honda Service Pass.
In front of you are 21 men.
They all look like F-boys, but we'll find out.
You don't even know me.
I'm gonna play dirty.
I don't know what to believe. You come here as a nice guy or an F-boy?
F-boy Island.
This Monday at 8 on Ktla 5, the CW.
Good morning, I'm Annie Rose Ramos. Israel's military vows to intensify airstrikes on Gaza as desperately needed aid is allowed into the area. Coming up, you'll hear from President Biden as the U.S. places additional troops on prepare to deploy orders.
And back to the bargaining table. After 100 days of strike, SAG-AFTRA and the studios are coming back together to try to make a deal.
The Chargers heading to Chiefs territory today, how they're preparing for the matchup with the defending Super Bowl champs, and why one sideline reporter really hopes Taylor Swift shows up.
Couldn't make it through a segment without saying that name. All right, temperatures today going to be much cooler than what we felt yesterday, and some of us will start to see a little bit of rain overnight tonight into tomorrow. We'll talk about the rest of your Sunday and your work week coming up.
Good morning and welcome to the Ktla Weekend Morning News at 8 a.m. I'm Pedro Rivera.
And I'm Lauren Lister. We thank you so much for joining us. Happy Sunday. It's a great weekend.
It is.
We've done some fun extracurricular activities that we're going to show you on this show next weekend.
We've been busy.
We have been very busy.
I just had a flashback to yesterday.
It was quite a sight. You went to Taste of Soul yesterday, which we cannot wait to see because you met so many viewers.
Yeah, the viewers
are
just next level, just amazing people. So
yeah.
I got to talk to a lot of you yesterday. Thank you all for coming out. And the weather, thankfully, was it was okay. It was hot.
Pedro said he had to keep dampen the sweat.
Yeah, I had a
your
paper
face?
towel. I had to wipe the sweat off every 2 seconds.
Dabbing, that's the word I was looking.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you know,
yes.
sometimes these words come into my mind. Sometimes I just make them up. All right, Long Beach camera showing us clouds off in the distance. We are going to see sunshine though over the next few hours for everyone, even if you do see that marine layer right now. Already sunny and 60 in Van Nuys, 57 in Riverside, 58 in Lancaster, mid-50s right now at Point Mugu. And this afternoon, this is what we can expect for temperatures. Below triple digits for Palm Springs, only in the mid-90s, 63 for Big Bear, 70 for Santa Monica today, 78 in Santa Clarita, and 72 will be the high in Santa Ana. So coming up, we're going to talk about how much longer these cooler temperatures will last and a little bit more about that chance of rain. Back to you guys.
The crisis in the Middle East continues to intensify. Israel increasing airstrikes as tanks and troops line the border, ready to enter the Gaza Strip.
Meanwhile, the U.S. is increasing its military presence, sending missiles and preparing a troop deployment to the Middle East. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos joins us live in studio with the very latest on the Israel-Hamas war.
Pedro and Lauren, good morning to you both. Happening right now, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham and a bipartisan group of U.S. senators are in Israel, gearing up to hold a press conference in Tel Aviv. This as the Israel's military vows to intensify airstrikes on Gaza. All right, we want to go straight to a live look where that group of senators, they're getting ready to speak about their visit. You can see those chairs set up there 2 days after President Biden asked Congress to secure $105 billion for Ukraine and Israel and more in the midst of these two wars. Israel would receive about $14 billion in assistance, even though Congress can't pass any kind of aid without a Speaker of the House. But Biden says this money is crucial to protecting Americans, too. All right, new video into our newsroom shows Israel's military continuing their aerial bombardment of Gaza, as military leaders say they are readying for their next phase of war. But will that mean a ground invasion? One military leader vowing last night that the IDF, quote, will deepen our attacks, as the U.S. military says it will send more missile defense systems to the Middle East and will place additional U.S. troops on prepare to deploy orders. The president asked about it yesterday as he was leaving church.
Mr. President, are you encouraging the Israelis to delay invasion?
And new this morning, the death toll has gone up. The Hamas-run health ministry reports it has been an incredibly deadly past 24 hours in Palestine. In Gaza, 4,651 have now been killed, 2 weeks after Hamas's initial attack that killed 1,400 Israelis. And at this hour, more than 200 hostages are still being held by Hamas. While 2 hostages were released over the weekend, an American mother and daughter, many more are still being held captive. All right, this is a look from the border crossing between Israel and Egypt. It's called the Rafah border. Yesterday,